Skyrim launched on 11/11/11. So, for its 11th anniversary, see what I did there? I wanted to take a look at its launch day performance via some 2011 PC hardware I have laying around. But in this case with a random gaming in HD kind of twist. These days, Skyrim has a reputation of running on a potato. As we'll see in a bit, that wasn't always the case. All set? Bottoms up. AMD's first-generation APUs, codenamed Llano, launched in mid to late 2011. They launched alongside AMD's much-maligned FX processors, also known as Bulldozer, so, the hits just kept coming for AMD in 2011. These first-gen APUs combine Stars core CPUs, essentially their pre-FX Phenom cores, also known as K10, with terascale GPU components and a shared integrated memory controller. The three APUs I have with me here run the gamut. First is the A8 3850, which launched alongside the A6 3650 in June 2011. Next is my new in-box A4 3400, which launched in September of 2011. Can you believe nobody bought this? Lastly, I have the A6 3620, which officially launched in December of 2011 and accompanies this HP A75 motherboard out of a Pavilion P7 1254. None of this is particularly spectacular hardware. The A4 is a dual-core APU with Radeon 3650 levels of performance, while the 3620 and 3850 are quad-cores that aspire to match the Radeon 3850 in rendering prowess. A GPU that was pretty mid even when it launched 3 years prior in 2008. Still, we wouldn't have APUs like the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 or the Steam Deck's APU without AMD starting somewhere. And well, this is somewhere. With that introduction out of the way, let's have a look at the out-of-the-box experience if you were using one of the mid-tier parts like the 3600 or the 3620.
Hey, you're finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us. And that thief over there. Damn you Stormcloaks.
Ouch. Well, as we all know, and as was apparent back then, after all, motherboard chipsets have been integrating ever faster GPU cores into their Northbridges well before 2011, the primary performance limiter with any integrated graphics solution is memory bandwidth. So let's turn these graphics settings down and see if we can't claw back some frame rate.
you. You're finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us. And that thief over there.
Damn you stormcloaks. Skyrim.
Well, that's better. Double or triple the FPS. Certainly playable. But now, I think we should probably do the random gaming thing and see just how much these settings have to be decimated to get to 60 FPS or thereabout. Let's start with just setting everything in the menu to its lowest possible setting. We can go to lower resolutions if we set the selector to 4:3. There we go. 800 by 600, bottom rung settings. Let's see what that does.
Hey, you. You're finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us. And that thief over there.
Damn you stormcloaks. Skyrim was fine until you came along. Empire was nice and lazy. If they hadn't been looking.
Well, that mostly does it. That's definitely Skyrim under all that pixelation. It's actually honestly pretty playable, and all of the opening cart ride is designed to be viewed at 4:3 anyway, so you don't actually miss anything playing at this resolution. Curious if adding a graphics card would help things? Sure it would. I tested a few of my 2011 or older cards on this machine and got a smorgasbord of results. Here's a brief graph if you're curious. I played around with some settings, but I was still able to get pretty decent performance out of a lot of them. Of course, an APU was not the only way to play Skyrim in 2011 without a graphics card. That's right, I've got the Xbox version. Of course I have the Xbox version. I'm a Skyrim nutcase. Anyway, since this is a first-gen Xbox 360, the picture's quite soft thanks to the analog video from the machine. But also, the field of view is definitely constrained versus the default FOV on PC. However, we seem to be getting a pretty consistent 30-ish FPS. Anyway, that's what it was like to play Skyrim 11 years ago if you were a low-end gamer. I hope you liked this brief look back at the start of one of the biggest meme trains in gaming, and what's probably my favorite installment of the Elder Scrolls yet. Have a great night.